Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is the third episode. Today's episode is on balancing giving and receiving. There's law of universe. What you give comes back to you irrespective of what it is. So whatever you give has to come back, which means there has to be a balance between giving and receiving. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. And before starting about that, I want to first tell you about an experience that I had. So this experience I had was in Putumayo, Colombia. I went to a retreat with my mentor and coach Elena Dombi in September this year. And as part of that retreat, during one of the ceremonies, I had a spiritual experience where I connected with the higher realm, and there were spirit guides talking to me. And during that process of what was happening, my mother appeared to me twice. And I have to give you another context that my mother is not here in this physical realm. She passed away a few years back. But I have been seeing her in my dreams more often since the last 2 years, more than 2 years, I would say. And I've been feeling her around me as well. Now, I wasn't aware why I'm seeing her, but for sure, I knew there's a reason that I'm seeing her. And mostly my assumption was that I see her because there's something she needs, because we have this belief in our system that if the ancestors are showing up, then probably they want something or they're here to give us some message. But most prominently, I was focused on the thought or belief that there's something she needs help. And I didn't question it too much. But during the spiritual experience, when I saw her first, I asked her, "What can I give you?" And then I had other visions. Then she appeared again. And again I said, "How can I help you? What can I give you? What can I do to free you?" And then this spiritual voice, it was a male voice, which asked me basically, "Why do you think that everyone comes to you for you to give them something?" And it hit the nail. It was like somebody just opened the door of my eyes and said, I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then in a flash, my entire life just went through my eyes. And I said, because all my life I've been giving and I don't know how to receive. Okay, that was meant for me. That message was meant for me. And then I asked those guys to tell me, what do I do? What can I do to receive? Help me receive. Teach me how to receive. Help me learn how to receive. Help me feel and let me receive. Allow me to receive. Because there are so many things that I've been working on. I wanted, but I feel like, and I know at certain areas of my life that there is love. I've been giving love, and there is love that comes to me, but for some reason, I cannot feel that love. Like, I have friends and family members who literally love me so much. They give me, they care about me, but I just can't seem to feel it. And I could sense that, there's some blockage. I'm not receiving it. And I'm not receiving it because I don't know how to receive it. That's the part of story that I want to talk. And now coming back to giving and receiving. So since I've come back from this retreat, I'm grateful that I've been having experiences, triggers, moments where it makes me go question myself, those aspects. And the last weekend was one such weekend where I was in that zone that I want this thing, but I can't have it. It's not meant for me. I was just in that zone, and I reached out to Elena and said, this is what's coming up to me. I want to accept the fact that I can't have it. It's not meant for me. But then this feeling of wanting it keeps coming back and back. Why can't I accept that I won't have it? And such a powerful coaching session I had with her. She said a statement which is, Anna, willingly give and receive gracefully. And that was so deep. And I asked her to elaborate a little more. While I knew some part of it, we wanted to discuss more. And she said, when you give to somebody because you want something in return, that's not giving. That is trading. It's like I give you this and you give me back this, and I'm giving you this because I want this back from you. So that's not giving. Willingly give, willfully give is basically that you're giving that person because you're not expecting anything in return. And it made so much sense to me. And I'll give you an example. Like when it comes to money, and even I think for that matter, when it comes to loving people, liking and helping them, I just willingly do it, willfully do it without expecting anything in return from them. Because I don't want anything from them. So willingly giving, absolutely doing great on that. Then she said gracefully receive. And I was still questioning, what does that mean? And then this thought came to me. There are people, like I said, who love me, who want to give me stuff, but I'm not accepting it. So let me give you an example. So when it comes to money, I have always been so much willingly giving people if they need. It's the bare minimum, we can do. I feel that it's the bare minimum that we can do in terms of giving to help people. And when I give them, I don't give it with an expectation of wanting it back. Small amounts, definitely not. Bigger amounts, of course, we live in a world where if I just keep giving, then I will run out of how to live myself on. So, but at certain places, even bigger amounts also, I did not even bother. It's like, if it helps them. It's like I'm investing or whatever it is, doesn't matter. So I was giving willingly. But when it comes to receiving, so for example, these people that I gave some money or whatever, and they are wanting to give me back, I wasn't receiving. And I said, just keep it, don't bother about it. Because I gave them willingly. I didn't want back from them. But then the receiving part comes. I was also blocking my receiving. How do I gracefully receive? Okay, I gave this person certain amount of money. Now, when that person gives me, of course, if they are in trouble and so much and stuff, I would hear to them. But if they are ready to give back, they really have the money, then I can accept it, right? One thing. And gracefully receiving also doesn't mean that if I gave the person X some money, he or she doesn't give me. I receive it from somebody else. That also is a possibility. So gracefully receiving basically means without judgment, without judging yourself, that how can I take from anyone money, because then you're burdening yourself, either because you think you don't deserve it. What did you deserve to take money from that person? Or judging yourself, that coming from a feeling that if I'm taking money from them or I'm taking whatever, then I have to return it back. And this is not just money, it's applicable to every area of your life, be it love or whatever, makes sense to you. If just because I'm loving somebody, because I expect something back, then that is a trade kind of, and then of course, and I'm not saying trading is bad. At certain places you need trading. For example, relationships, you stay in relationship to you have your basic needs that needs to be met, so you stay there in the relationship, and there has to be a giving and receiving, particularly from that relationship, that person. But at other areas of life, where you give and receive not because of need. And why we also have to receive is because we are human beings, right? We also have certain needs, we have certain wants, we are here to experience life. And so we have to open ourselves to receive. But the only blockages to receiving is, first, I am not worth it, that money that comes through or whatever it is. Second, if I take that from that person, I feel like a burden because I have to eventually give it back. That's another blockages in terms of receiving that we have, that I don't want to receive because then I will have to end up giving in some way or not, and I don't know if I have that thing or not to give. It's not your job to think about that. Just receive. Thirdly, it's also because you expect that you only have to receive it from certain person, certain job, or certain career, because that's where you're putting the effort. So for example, if I'm putting so much effort loving person X, I am so looking forward to receiving love only from that person. If somebody else, and I'm doing so much for that person, while there's another person, I'm not doing anything for them, but they love me, they come back, they talk to me, and they are sharing their love, but I'm not receiving it because I feel that I haven't done anything for them to love me back, So I love this person and expect the person to love me, and there are other people who are wanting to love me, but I'm not loving them just because I feel I haven't done anything that I deserve to get that love. So that part is not graceful receiving. Graceful receiving is you just deserve what you want. Just open your arms. It's like saying, God, I want 5,000 rupees now. How he sends is not your problem. He could just send it in your bank account. It could come through your salary. It could come through a friend. Somebody walking on the road could give you. It could come through maybe a lottery ticket that you bought. It can come anywhere. It can come from anywhere. You shouldn't be bothered about how and where and what. It could come from your enemy, some person you don't like, and that person is giving you money, or somebody who judges you a lot and he comes and says, okay, this is for you. You'll be like, thinking, why not? If I take money from him today, tomorrow he's going to do this or that or whatever. Not from that person. He's such a bad person. I can't take money from him. I won't take money from bad people. So these are all judgments and stuff that we have. So I realized that my blockage for receiving what is, and I wanted to share this experience of mine with you. So, willingly give, gracefully receive. What do you think? I hope you got what I tried to say and this made sense to you. If you have any questions or queries, or you relate to it or anything, I would be happy to hear that. But anyways, this was me expressing myself. This thought was coming to me like again and again, and this channel is for me to express myself. So that's the reason. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Bye bye.